Hello, Namaskar Mitro. I am Prabhat Kumar and I am the founder of ML360 Education. Also, I am founder of Meri Madhushala. So, Meri Madhushala is a poetic platform where we do poetry and drama and lots of fun related activities. And ML360 Education is something where we talk about education related to industries, especially in the IT domain and artificial intelligence, and also related to finance and fintech. So we are overall doing lots of activities related to education. So it may be technical education or management related education in ML360 educations, or you can say something on the other side which is more on the ethical side of entire business, and that is Meri Madhushala, which goes with poetry and lots of things. So before I go further, let me tell you the agenda of today's talk. So this talk is basically about I want to discuss what we call deep learning and how deep learning is shaping the world. So deep learning is definitely shaping the world, but it was always in my mind. Will the reasons behind we were using so many algorithms in machine learning, like we call it as regression algorithm, Lasho, Riz, and then we have logistic regression, tree-based classifier, right? There are so many different algorithms associated with k-means, clustering, and then we have k nearest neighbor, and there's so many different machine learning algorithms. Suppose we have 10-20 primary algorithms, their derivatives, if you'll see, will have hundreds of machine learning algorithms are there, right? If you'll see various research people, you will see some fusion of some machine algorithms are there, and we have hundreds of algorithms in the machine learning domain. But as deep learning started growing up, we really could not understand, right? We really could not understand, like whether the spaces for this machine learning algorithm will remain intact in future, or they will deplete in future. Maybe in future, in 10 years later, people will not seek any interest in machine learning algorithms, which we are doing now. Even in banking, finance related projects, we are doing k-means clustering. We are doing recommendation system algorithms based on clustering and classification. So those clustering and classification, which is happening with the help of machine learning algorithms, which is not a deep learning algorithm, will that still happen in future? This is my concern, because we are having data that is getting stacked up every next day. We are having addition of more data and more data. So we are having a lot of data bundles coming from the past, and we are getting more and more data over a period of time. And when we want to compare anything new with the old data, we have lots of examples, lots of tags are there that can be attached to whatever samples we have. So we really don't know actually machine learning, which works with the less amount of data, will have its significance in future or not. So that's the main debatable topic for me as of now. I want this to be debated heavily, but for now I am giving my own views, and I understand that machine learning algorithms have its own applicability. It has some genuine advantage over deep learning technology. Like deep learning comes for something as a black box. It's neural network. It's black box. Our mind also works as a neural network and black box. But at the end of day, if you think, we say that my mind is working for something, and then machine is working for something. So which one will we prefer? Of my mind's work that is regulating something, or machine's work that is regulating something? So here also we have the situation, like if our mind is working better, we'll go for our mind's work. If machine is working better, we'll go for machine's work. So similar is the case here. If machine learning is working better, we'll go for machine learning work. If deep learning is working better, we'll go for deep learning work, right? And deep learning works better only when we have plenty of data, right? So in future, even in banking, even in sales, even in any domain we talk about, you talk about any domain you think of, we'll have plenty of data for past, for anything. And in that scenario, if we want to build a model, it will be very easy to build a model with deep learning. Just now we are making deep learning models for automatic cars. We are making for chat gpt, large language models, generative AI things, images, pixels, and all these videos. So that can be applied to every single sector. And if we are doing something like that in future, there can be less demand of generic machine learning algorithms. Yeah, people say that there will be many developers, there will be many business houses. They will require to run their programs with less data sets, and for that they will require machine learning algorithms, because if they are going to employ deep learning algorithms, they will not give the right reason to highlight why they are doing something. So they won't get the right reason, because deep learning is essentially a black box. So they are doing something but they don't know why they are doing. And with the help of dimensionality reduction, with the help of machine learning algorithms like tree classifier, which is decision maker, and something like that, they will be precisely able to understand the reasons for why they are doing. So small business houses will still prefer to use machine learning algorithms. So that's my whole thing that I wanted to discuss in a short video today. And I wanted to convey that if as a student, because I have been teaching people in schools and colleges and even in industries, right? So I have been teaching people in all the dimensions, right from school, colleges to industries, and I encounter their problems and I try to give them solutions, like what they should be studying if they are a student. For example, 10 12 student, then what they should be doing in terms of AI. And if in case they are a college going student, an engineering student, especially if CSE or computer science or data science students, then what they should be doing. If they are from other departments and they want to work with IT in AI related things, then what they should do. So my suggestion is that if you are in core technology things like CSE department or AI department, then you should definitely try to comprehend everything of machine learning from theoretical to practical, and then navigate gradually into the AI fundamentals, and then go to generative AI also. But in case you are someone who are from other departments but want to get the knowledge of AI or something, then it's good that you learn machine learning first, and don't directly jump into AI complex things like neural network architecture and all, but rather you try to learn Gen AI perspective, like prompt engineering and all those things, and that will help you get the best out of industry from latest tools like ChatGPT, Grok, and we call it Grok only. Yeah, that's so there are so many tools that gives answers to our everyday questions. So those tools will be very applicable to us if you understand the prompt engineering basics. So prompt engineering is something for everybody, be it a arts student, a history student, or a sports person. Anybody can get to know about the prompt engineering. It will help them in their own field exceedingly well with the help of latest learning tools like ChatGPT and all prompt engineering tools. Okay, so that's very much required. So this is all my today's thought, and I just want to convey that deep learning is essential for tech guys. Anybody who thinks they are good in mathematics, computer science, they must try to equip themselves with the latest information in neural networks, how neural network works, how to exploit neural network as a white box, because it is essentially a black box. But if you understand the code, you will know it as a white box, and that will be very much helpful to you, right? So try to learn that, and then you can learn PyTorch, you can learn what do you call TensorFlow and Keras. All these things you can learn, and you can get to altogether a new level in machine learning and deep learning. So that is my advice for computer science students and all. Just don't get limited to machine learning and basic technology. Go and learn deep learning and generative AI. Yeah, thank you. I am just ending the chat here, and this was the motto that deep learning is the future. Everything from automated car to NLP related Alexa, or lots of games that is coming up, ChatGPT, and anything that is dependent on deep learning. So this is the future, so must navigate into your future. Okay, thank you.